All right, hey guys, SM Trader back with another recap for the last 2 days of the market. I'm going to explain a few things that's very important for you to know. If you're not watching any of my past videos, please go back and look at them so that you can catch up to where I am, because otherwise you will not understand the things that I'm explaining. There are a lot of tidbits in my past videos that on the surface, if you really don't replay it, listen carefully, you're going to miss the big picture. These things can have a drastic effect in the way you trade. Okay, I want you guys to get away from trading candlesticks and trading head and shoulders, wedge patterns, all that stuff. I mean, sure, you can find a strategy around it, but most likely you're not, because 98% of people fail who use those things, right? So we're going to use other things. Now, we're looking at 3 days here. So look at these beautiful move. This beautiful move here on this day, wonderful move on this day, and wonderful move today. Okay, this is the 20-minute chart. All right. So what we see is that here is prior session close right here, and here's current session open. This is yesterday. What I saw, that price was in a range. Okay, in a range, just ranging. So I know that we're either in an accumulation phase or a distribution phase. We have accumulation here, so my bias is towards a distribution phase. And what I'm noticing, if you guys are futures traders, you know that the ES was up. Okay, the M2K was up, and I believe the NQ was down. It was exactly the opposite. And when I saw that, and I mean, it was drastic, and I said, whoa, what's going on here? Because generally, they typically kind of go in the same direction, right? Because they contain a lot of the same stocks, right? And so when I saw that, I said, okay, either the ones that are bullish is going to pull the NQ, okay, or the NQ is going to pull the other ones, because the NQ, right, is composed of a lot of technology stocks, and those carry a lot of weight, right? So my bias is towards the NQ pulling the others down. Since the MES was up, the NQ had just tanked. So this move here on the MES was the opposite move on the NQ. The NQ was just down, right? So I'm like, okay, when the MES rolls over, it's gonna roll hard. Okay, and it did just that. But how I played this was, so you have this distribution range right here. So I'm looking for price to break underneath current session open. Okay, once it does that, and then and I also on a higher time frame established a support here. There was a support on a higher time frame. It may have been a 4-hour, I believe. And so I'm looking to lose this level, and then definitely take this down. But I went ahead and jumped in early. Okay, I jumped in early once I lost this level, current session open, and just one trade, stayed in it for the entire session, this entire move, and got out here. The only reason why I got out here versus down here is because I entered the trade, left the house, was on my phone, saw it down here, took profit here, didn't want to stay in it. If I'm not at the trading desk, I exit. I take the profits that I need. I don't get greedy, and I'm out and I'm done. But I took this entire move. Now, and again, I'm looking at the other trading channels, streaming channels out there, and they have no idea what to do. They're throwing out all these fundamental analysis, all this technical analysis jargon, looking at Trump and looking at Powell, and they just have no clue of what's going on. And and I did one trade, one clean trade. My mind is simple. It's clear. I have my protective stops, in the locations. And I actually had put on an entry here. This entry was automatic, by the way. I automated this trade. So I had an automatic entry here, and I had an automatic entry above this line right here. Okay. And if it came back, it would have stopped me out and entered into this trade, and I would have made money anyway. I was going to make money no matter which direction this thing went. So, but one clean trade, nothing, and where did it go? What's my target? Okay, my target is going to be mid ATR, and then if it breaks that, my next target is halfway between, okay, mid ATR and full ATR, and that's exactly where this thing went. Yep, and then turn around. All right, so that's the first trade. Okay, today. All right, so this was the trade for today. Now, I took an entry here this morning, and I took an exit here because I just had things to do today. And again, I got to leave the trading desk, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take a nice scalp here. But we had a big squeeze that occurred here, Okay, look at the world's most perfect indicator. Boom, I'm in this. And I could have stayed in all the way up to here. Okay, no problem. By the way, look at the world's most perfect indicator here. Boom, look at that. You get the signal, and it's just telling you stay in. Stay in. Okay, stay in. It's trying to keep you in the trade. Hey, start thinking about exiting. All right. But you would have captured that whole move. What, you get 80-90% of that move. All right, so I'm out of the trade right here, right? And these are the actual trades. All right, this is not a demo account. This is a real thing. And so now I'm out. I'm just doing my thing. I'm running my errands. I'm doing whatever. And I take a look at the chart, and of course, and I see I get a big squeeze signal right here. Look at the world's most accurate indicator, giving you the indication to take this down. Look at this signal. Okay, bearish. Boom. And this is a no-brainer. So I go ahead and I do my technicals on it. Right? You got your legacy trend. You got your global trend right here. And I know once we lose this global trend, and I'm looking to take this down. And this pink line right here, there's a past video where I talked and I told you guys what is the weakest moment in the market that you should always mark in your charts. I said it was around 23:30, 11:30 p.m. or 11:45 p.m. Somewhere in there, you're going to mark the lowest volatility state in the futures market. Okay, this is for futures only. Okay, and when I say 11:30 p.m., I'm speaking in Central Time. So whatever time it is where you are, it's going to be different. But go back and look at that video, and you're going to look at my volatility model, and it shows you the compression state in the market where it's a state of equilibrium or balance. It's just very quiet, and from there you have neutrality. Price is going to break out either to the up or to the downside, and that's going to serve. This is better than market profile. It's kind of like a market profile thing, but it actually works the opposite way. Instead of looking for high volume nodes, you're looking for the lowest volume node there is in the market. Okay, what I'm telling you is brilliant. Okay, and no one else has this information. Okay, I created this, and it's absolutely perfect every single day. I shouldn't even be putting this out there, but this is the level. I marked the level right here, and of course, price comes back to it. It reacts. It comes back to it, and it dumps. So I knew that if I lose this level, this market level, and I lose current session open, prior session close, if I lose all of this, see, it came back for the retest. It's going to dump. It's going to dump. So this was a beautiful, beautiful move today. And again, one trade, look at that, big squeeze, one trade all the way down. You're going to target mid ATR, and just a beautiful trade. Look at that right there. Perfect. And again, this is the 20-minute chart. Guys, again, there's no one out here on YouTube that's calling the entire move of the day. There is no one. Okay. Now, sure, I can go down to a lower time frame chart and trade a 5 minute, or a 3 minute. But why do that? Why put myself through that stress and headache? And when I can just enter the trade, boom, walk away with my phone and just wait for my signal to tell me to exit, right? All right, so that's how we do that. Let me just bring this over here, and we'll bring up. This is the state of the market, how it looks. You see, it's a mixed bag today. Um, and again, how I knew that this thing was going to dump. Here's that level in the market that I drew. Okay. And this is where it dumped, but you can see we have a compression state right here. See this compression state? See this green line right here? This green line right here? How price just comes and it's just bouncing in between here. Okay, this is a compression state. It gets, and then you have this tight squeeze right there. Very, very tight squeeze. In fact, if you look at my big squeeze indicator, see that right there? So there's past video where I talk about this. This is not the TTM squeeze. This is more superior to that. And the mathematics, the thought process behind it is completely different. It looks at something completely different. So this is looking at chaos, okay? So this is chaos, okay? And so you have the state of chaos followed by order, okay? Chaos, order, chaos is followed by order. Okay, so that gave you this beautiful setup to take this trade to the downside. And again, here's another indicator. This is I call this a scaling ATR oscillator. I've never previewed this particular indicator, but this is great as well. This will let you know. Let's say price is trending around. Let's say you want to do an orb type of trade, and price is just trending around at the upper level of the orb, and you don't know whether or not to take the breakout or not, because it's just going up and it's going down, up, down, up, down. This will tell you which direction to take this trade in. This was perfect indication. Boom, take it down. This one, take it up, stay in it, stay in it, stay in it, take it down, and yeah, this is. I'll explain this indicator because it's quite complicated to understand visually, but once you get it, you got it. And again, here's another indicator that I will talk about. This one is just as superior as the world's most accurate indicator. It actually gives you more information than this one does to let you. It gives you an insight of the market internals a little bit. And yeah, I mean, look at the move that it called right here. Again, same thing on this level. This is a 20-minute chart, right? Same thing, and it just called this level perfectly, and boom, you're in this all the way to here, all right? And my indicators are some of the best indicators in the world. I am SM Trader, and these are Thomas indicators. I'm out. Have a good day.